Yes, ma'am.
Do you have some quick tips on how to get our videos that we upload to YouTube seen by more people?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in the class. No, that's a very good question. If you think about it in the social media, just kind of switching gears for a second, it's all about, you know, trying to get your name out there. And if I were to say one thing that would help with getting found out there, it would be called keywords, okay? And what I mean by keywords, how many in here search in Google almost every day for something? What are those words that you're putting in? Right, those are what we call keywords. Okay, so Google every day, okay, figures out what people are putting into Google, and then they come up and say, okay, that's important. So, for example, if you're trying to get YouTube, you have to think about what words people might be searching for to help find that video. So, without getting really complicated, keywords are the foundation. If you don't get the keywords right, nothing else will matter. I'll give you a quick little story. A couple years ago, I was past president of the Memphis Camera Club, and being a nonprofit, we didn't have much money to spend, but I was intrigued by the fact that how could we get more people to come to the club and find out about us, because we couldn't advertise. So a little over 2 years ago, I decided to start doing some research on keywords. And I found out that, you know, if you put in Memphis Camera Club, well, that's too obvious. People don't search that way. They search for a derivative of the name or whatever to find you. And so I came up in doing some research, the word camera club. And so when I did the word camera club, we were on page 26 of Google, between 47 million and 57 million people. And I said, there's no way that people are going to find us. But that's in talking to people at the club and outside the club, what kind of words, and most of them said camera club. So anyway, long story short, I came up with a keyword strategy and started using that in social media, Facebook and all that, as a strategy. Okay, we moved from page 26 to 21 to 18 to 12 to page 1 of Google, number 2. We've always been behind Camera Club in New York, which is the biggest, and they've been around since 1888, not on the internet, but you know, Ansel Adams and people like that. So my point is that it can be done, and that's what I teach in the workshops, to do that all for personal branding as well as for your business as well, because keywords are the foundation with everything in Google now. It's changed, and so it's moving pretty quickly, but keyword strategy is going to help you on that. Other questions? Yes, sir.
One more quick question.
Yeah.
What tips do you have for like doing like a self-portrait, like to put, you know, like on a website or whatever?
You want to take
like
a pic?
Like indoor, outdoor, you know, like.
What's in your face?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about that's kind of like a personal. What image are you trying to portray to somebody? You could be outside.
Like a headshot or something.
Yeah. Well, you could do just a normal portrait type of headshot with a nice background. You could do it outside with that, and just have somebody do it. Just make sure if you're doing any kind of things like that, there's nothing sticking out of your head or something in the background that's very, very distracting. I've seen people do it both ways. Do it in a studio with a little backdrop or whatever, and I see some people take it outside on a nice day, early in the morning or later in the afternoon in a nice location and stuff like that. The only thing I would caution, again, if you're doing that kind of a portrait, is to make sure that you have the background is a little blurry and you're in focus. But and that's where a wide aperture, like the 2.8, like we talked about and stuff like that, comes into handy, because it'll focus more in on you, and it'll start to blur the background. If it's 5-10 feet in back, it'll be more soft, which is more appealing. Any other thoughts, questions? Well, again, thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Mar. Thank you, everyone, for taking out your busy schedule to come here. Thank you. Appreciate that.